Oh, okay. Hi. Welcome. How are you?
This is the Panic Button.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Nina. So, a group of transgender activists and supporters staged a protest at the U.S. Capitol on December 4th by holding a dance party in a woman's restroom. This protest was in response to a proposed legislation by Representative Nancy Mace that would restrict access to restrooms based on biological sex on federal property. So we're just going to react to the...
So they threw a party in a woman's bathroom?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
As protest. Is that
That's a little Dylan Mulvaney wannabe.
Yeah, what the hell is his name?
I don't care.
Of course you gotta
I don't give half a fuck what his name is.
bring him in there.
Look at him fake. Look at how shitty he twerks.
Oh, Jesus. We have trans men, we have trans women, we have queers, non-binaries, and whatever else.
I think we have regular men too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we might. What is with the women's room becoming a place of protest?
Because they want it so bad that they're going to invade it, and it's what they're showing us.
Do you remember when Sarah McBride said that the right were bringing this up in order to not talk about real issues?
But now the left is dancing in there.
Because they think that it's a... See, they're trying to pretend like it's not an issue, but at the same time,
Well,
they're protesting because it is a big issue to them.
I guess, like, is this really a protest?
That's what it said.
Isn't a protest usually like you'd stop buying something, or you'd like hold picket signs, maybe like put something up that says, hey, this should be this way. Isn't that what a protest more is? Not just someone dancing in a room. Don't you usually have like a motive to push with a protest, is I guess what I'm getting at?
Well, their motive is to
tell us that they're not scary because they just want to dance in our bathroom?
And they want to film in our bathroom, too.
But they still want to film and be obnoxious in our bathrooms.
Yeah.
Let's do one at a men's bathroom. Let's do it. Who's going to help us? We'll stand outside, the men will be inside. We'll all be dancing. It makes just as much sense.
But why? Like, they always say to the people who, like us, who don't want men in our bathroom, they always say, well, why do you care? It's not a big deal. If it's not a big deal, then why do you care? Why are you protesting in the women's bathroom and dancing? And I thought you guys were just going in there to pee.
They want us to not feel like it's a big deal.
But I thought they were just going in there to pee.
Yes, and if maybe that's what they did, then no one would have anything to say. Because we've talked about this before. We both used to have the stance that we didn't care because it wasn't an issue. Mm-hmm. It wasn't enough of them to disturb the flow. But now they want to throw dance parties in our bathrooms.
Dude, I was watching Sky Vitriti. Anyway, she posted something. In her video, she showed a video that was made by women who are against men in our restrooms. And it was a compilation of videos of men in our restrooms, trans women in our restrooms, and all the sick crap that they do. And I can't even post it and put it in this video because it's so vile. It's like...
Ew.
They're filming in our stalls, in our restrooms, and they're doing some really nasty stuff.
I mean,
They're compilations of them.
It's not old.
I know it's not old, but these people who are pushing
it's
them back
not
against
new.
us or saying this isn't happening. They're just going in to pee. And it's like, I saw a shit ton of
And
videos
people-
where they are not going to pee.
And people who use the argument of, well, they do it anyways. Yeah, but now they can pop a wig on and nobody looks at them twice when they walk in the room.
And they can do something vile to a woman in there, and the woman is going to be blamed because, oh, it was a trans person.
Yes, and so when you say, "Oh, it's not that big a deal," or "It doesn't happen," it's really negating the fact that it does happen, and it is a big deal. If someone got a crotch shot of you while you're taking a piss, or your daughter, you'd really hate that, wouldn't you?
I don't think they would actually stand up for their daughter if that actually happened. If a trans person did that, they would probably yell at their daughter and be like, how dare you say that about a trans person? You know that they already suffer from all these other things and the right always harping on them. They would throw their daughter out to pasture in order to protect a man who says he's a woman.
Reminds me of that one verse from the Bible, and you can cut this if you wanna, but where that guy gave his daughter up to a dude because he was gonna have sex with a man, and he was like, "Don't do that. Have sex with my daughter instead."
Whoa. That's in the Bible?
Yeah.
Must have missed that one.
I read the Bible a lot of times.
Oh, I only read it once.
Yeah, my parents didn't like that I was gay. I got punished.
That was the punishment?
Part of it. I had to write out verses in the Bible as to why being gay was wrong, and that was one of the proofs because
They punished you by making you read the Bible even though they want you to believe the Bible. Don't they?
yes,
A
I should be
punishment would-
studying why it's wrong because it's in the Bible. So I had to read it.
That's just as wackadoodle do is what they're doing dancing in our bathrooms.
I can find the passage if you want. I'm sure.
The people who are saying it's not a big deal that the guy's in the bathroom, they're going to do it anyway, or they're just going in there to pee. It's like we've heard these excuses many times before, and we know for a fact that it's not the case most of the time. Now, before this whole transgender thing got to be so out of control, there was no problem. Most women didn't have a problem because it wasn't so rampant. The people who are actually transsexual had to go through a system. And so there weren't a lot of people who were trans because people now don't have to go through a system. And if they did, they wouldn't do it because most people are lazy and they just want attention. So now, because all these people invaded the trans space, a lot of creeps have come in. I would say it's like 90% creepy men now. And we don't want them in our spaces where we have to pull down our pants. And all these left-wing trans activists dancing in the bathroom and filming it as if it's going to change our minds or be like, wow, empowerment. Yeah, let the men in. No, you're not proving your point. You're just looking like a jackass. Did you find it?
Yep. Genesis. The two angels came to Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting. When he saw them, he rose to meet them. He said, please turn aside, da-da-da, no. They're going to go back to the town, right? Da-da-da. And then it's right here, 19:6. So they're about to go do their thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They called to Lot, where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so we can have sex with them. Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind him and said, I beg you, my brothers, do not act so wickedly. Behold, I have 2 daughters who have not known any man. Let me bring them out to you, and do to them as you please. Only do nothing to these men, for they have come under the shelter of my roof.
The Bible's twisted.
Yes.
And I know there are multiple stories in the Bible that are like that, too.
Yeah.
I know.
That's just one of them. That's Genesis.
Oh, it's so sick. It's so sick. And yet, progressives do that all the time with their children. They're like, my little daughter who's 5, who thinks she's a boy, she can go into the men's room. Nothing bad's going to happen to her.
Please don't have sex with the men. Here's my 2 young daughters. Literally it said, do what you please to them.
Yep. Don't harm the man. You can take my daughters.
That's what it feels like, right?
That's totally how it's not even how it feels, it's how it looks. It's coming across all like that. And that's crazy. But that's the world we live in. A whole bunch of nut jobs on the left. Progressives dancing in the bathroom. Filming.
I don't think you're making a good point.
Me?
No, not you. Not you. Them. By going into these bathrooms and holding, like, if you want to stand outside the bathroom and maybe protest, you'd probably have a better effect. Going into a closed space and holding a protest doesn't really do much. This is why people glue themselves to the fucking road. This is why people hold on to trees. Like, you're not making a good point with your protest. And you're not protesting. You're not making a demonstration. You're having a fucking party. What a left-brained thing to do. They're trying to convince me that they're just going to act like it's a nightclub. They're going to have fun. They're going to pee. They're going to leave. But that's not what I'm getting here. If you're going to make my bathroom into a nightclub and you guys are going to party in there and video record in there, get out.
I'm going to take the stinkiest shit so you stay out.
She'll make it happen.
I'll make it happen.
I'm just saying it's not a good way to to carry out your message. If you want to protest and hold a sign and get signatures, that's a different story. But it's not an effective way to get your message across.
No, because they don't have facts. They can't bring facts because facts don't matter. It's only
gay
feelings.
music.
Feelings matter to them. Feelings, how men feel. Men who think they're women and how they feel because they say that they're women, even though they don't really think they're women. But they don't want to hurt that mentally ill man's feelings.
Jesus Christ.
But at the cost of so many women.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And actual transsexuals.
Because they're the ones who actually want to just go in and pee and leave. They're not filming themselves. They're not throwing little dance parties in the bathroom. And you're making and this whole law that they're fighting against, I don't necessarily agree with completely. I think that you've been pushed. You push so far, and this is what you get. But there are true people who suffer from gender dysphoria who have done the work and put in the time to have completed their actual transition, who I don't think should be as heavily restricted from the bathroom as the psychos. But there's no way to do that. There's no way to make sure a psycho's not entering the bathroom. So you have to make a ground rule.
Yeah, at that point you have to.
Yeah, like I said, I don't agree with the full capacity of what's going on, but I can understand why.
I agree with the full capacity of what is going on because majority of the people who are pushing for this, who want to use female bathrooms, aren't good people.
No, I agree.
So I'm not going to allow a whole bunch of bad people in just for the few good people.
But what I'm saying is it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for the few good people.
Shit like that happens all the time.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Life
I'm just saying
sucks.
I'm saying
life
that
ain't fair, dude. You don't get everything you want.
If you were in control of the whole thing, would you not allow those people into the bathroom? The ones who are only going to pee and leave.
Yeah, but how do you know?
That's my point. I'm saying it's unfair.
You can't answer that question.
But there's no way to check it, so you need to put down some ground rules like this. Do I think that the law should be passed? Yes. Do I think it's inappropriate? No. Do I think it's a little unfortunate for the people who actually have problems in their life? Yes.
Yeah.
Just like stealing is illegal, but if someone's really poor and working really hard, I don't feel bad. Like, I'm not mad that they stole from a big box company.
Right.
But law is law, and if they stole, they should be arrested, or at least have to pay back what they stole. There's stipulations.
Yeah, there should be a penalty for when you do bad things.
Right.
Now, the government doesn't work that way, but
No.
what are you going to do? Anyway, like and subscribe, join our memberships, comment below, share this video. Have a good day.